Ignoring red flags because you want to see the good in people is only going to cost you. And in simple terms, ignoring red flags doesn't paint them green. I'd argue the worst sort of addiction, worse than any drug or physical damage you can do to yourself, is creating scenarios in your head. How are you sitting there right now thinking about somebody and things that haven't even occurred yet? That has to be up there with the most stupidest things I've ever done myself and seen from you. And that's where my favorite song comes to play. You're a dickhead. I want you to understand that people are always going to show you who they truly are. You can count on it. Whether that comes sooner or whether that comes later. There's always going to be one particular moment, if not many, where you can see who somebody is. And it's up to you with how strict you're going to be with that person. It's up to you to have the backbone and tell that person to get out of here. Because when you see those red flags, ignoring them is going to be a big problem. A huge, massive, stinky problem. And I'm going to tell you why if you haven't realized it already. For one, people are always going to play games. Whether they were played with before and they're getting some sort of revenge or kick out of it with you, you're going to be the butt of that joke and you're going to be getting played with. And also, another thing people love to do is invalidate your feelings. So if you are currently telling this person that what they're doing is hurting you and they don't care, that's invalidating your feelings and you're still sitting there with them? What? Because I know for a fact if you were doing that to them, they wouldn't allow it. So this is what we do. We get used to showing people the door. If somebody can go through a whole day, 24 hours without sending you a little text or maybe giving you a little call, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, a little text, I'm gonna need you to get them gone. If somebody is being unfaithful to you currently, they are talking to multiple people when you've made it clear that you're all about them and they're saying that all about you, but you've caught them out in a lie, I'm gonna need you to show them the door. And if somebody is showing you clear red flags and you have to sit there and try and explain to yourself and give that person excuses when they are not there, I'ma need you to show them the door. Better yet, I'ma need you to get out of there. There is something so important about having a backbone and sticking up for yourself. You can watch all the videos you want. You can have people stick up for you all you want. The main person that needs to put this into action is you. Because it's not me, because currently right now, I'm not getting taken for granted. I'm not getting treated like a piece of shit on the floor. That is not my life right now. That's yours. So I'm going to need you to stick up for yourself because people will be people without a doubt. And you accepting that is the same as me saying, you know what? For this person that is bullying this other person, I just feel so bad because I know they got bullied before. Do you think I care? Do you think I care what's happened to you before you met me? And now you're treating me like that? Now you're treating me like this? I don't care. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be your play toy, your plaything. I don't want to be the person deep in the mud because of what happened to you. I ain't got time for that. You have not got time for that. Do you know there are so many people in this world, fish in this sea, that will know how to treat you right, that will know how to expand your mind, that are just more than looking good and making you feel nice temporarily. There are so many people out there that will connect with you just like this because there's not gonna be somebody like this person that you're with. And that's not a curse, that's a gift. Because there are so many people out there, we can form different types of bonds, closeness, connections. And that to me is exciting. If I was who I am back then, I would honestly tell myself, you're gonna be fine. Because although this person is the person for you right now, although they may seem like the be all and end all, I know after you move on, you're gonna find someone else and it's gonna be different. A lot of you are afraid of the word different, and that's because you're too comfortable right now. Different isn't bad. Different doesn't mean one is higher than the other and one is lower. Different is a new, beautiful experience. And there are so many people out there that can make you feel new things. I don't know about you, but I'm not a painter. I'm not a decorator. So when I see a red flag, I don't think it's right for me to sit there for hours talking to myself, or for the sake of the metaphor, painting that flag green. Because the only way I see a green flag is when I see a green flag. Honestly, sometimes the way I feel like I have to explain things, I honestly feel like, what am I even doing? What am I even doing right now? I know that this is probably a good video, a decent video, and a lot of you need to hear this, and it's just kind of a wake-up call. But if I'm being quite honest, it is very tiring. Maybe in another life, I would have been a love coach and I would have been rich by now. I would have been on a FaceTime with somebody that was being taken for granted, taken for a moron, and I would have been telling them basic things. As you know, I'm not a coach. As you know, I am not higher up than anybody else or had a crazy amount of life experience. As you know, my channel serves as reminders. If you want to support the channel, I do have a Patreon. For $3, you can support me. And that would be much appreciated. If you also want to support me, you can subscribe. And I do have another tier on my Patreon, which is for people that have personalized dilemmas, and it's only $10. So if you have something personal and you want me to make a video for you, I'm up for it. What I want you to stop doing is literally making up false scenarios in your head. That is only going to damage you. Because apart from slandering this person and sticking up for you, what I've been doing for the past 7 minutes and 50 seconds, I want to focus on you now. You cannot be sitting there as a person making up fake scenarios, okay? I was going to say false. Fake scenarios in your head, and when an experience doesn't play out the way you wanted it to, blame that person. I'm not gonna lie, all that blame is on you, because you're giving yourself false hope. Your expectations for people are way too high, and we have all been there before. That is something that you need to get to grips with. That is something that you need to spend time and actually try and fix. Because I'm not gonna lie, that is very, very damaging. I need you to not think that you're overthinking when a clear problem is presented in front of you. I don't think you should be making excuses for a person when they are not there to stick up for themselves. I need you to honestly look in, and I need you to take care of number one, you. Never put anybody ever before you. I need you to really try hard and stop holding a sign above your head saying I'm a clown, because that's what you're doing right now. You're wondering, what's wrong with my tasting guys? What's wrong with my tasting girls? You are the problem. I'm not gonna lie, you're the problem. Because the problem is you accepting other people's BS. You need to have a no tolerance policy. You need to normalize the block button. You need to normalize the unadd button. You need to normalize ignoring people, and you need to normalize showing people the door. Show them the door. Or better yet, leave yourself. So the point of this video is you cannot be ignoring red flags and trying to see the good in people. Because if there was any good, they'd just show it. Believe me. So make sure that you are not ignoring red flags, expecting them to turn green, because that is a fairy tale. Anyway, I'm going to be switching up the channel. I'm going to be doing one video like this, and then I'm going to be doing one challenge video. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're trying to reach 100K before July 9th, because that is when I turn 35. Anyway, I'm going to catch you soon. I'm gone.